Hi, I'm Terry Ballard Crutchfield.
And I'm Ken Crutchfield.
I wrote the book.
And I wrote the music. And we wrote the lyrics for All God's Saints Go to Heaven Not.
All God's saints go to heaven not. All God's saints go to heaven not.
First produced in 1986 under the title Lindy, the church play was a smashing success as a soul saver and fundraiser in South Carolina and was brought back by popular demand. In 1994, Lindy was presented in Harlem, New York, again touching lives and bringing hope to many. Adhering to audience feedback, Lindy was rewritten to reflect the entire church body and was so renamed All God's Saints Go to Heaven Not. Based on a true story, our character Martin is mentally tormented by his past memories of being sexually molested by the choir director of his church when he was a little boy. As a teenager, the molestation continued. Finally, an adult Martin is a drug-addicted, HIV-positive homosexual living homeless on the street. He is rejected by his church and the same man who molested him. All God's Saints was again produced in 1996 in Harlem, New York, with featured guest artist, songwriter, Vision and Stellar Award winner Luther Barnes. All God's Saints then traveled to Rocky Mount, North Carolina, where Bobby Jones of the Bobby Jones Gospel Hour was the featured guest artist.
In 2009, All God's Saints is back. It's a thrilling, controversial, mystical comedy drama, expressionist in nature and at times surrealist with exciting contemporary gospel music. It's a fast-moving roller coaster of intertwining stories that will have you laughing and crying at the same time. The underlying theme of the show is illustrated through a farce of people who go to church every Sunday, oblivious to the Martins of the world who are in need of change. In our story, a hurting Martin appeals to Lindy, a childhood friend who grew up with him in the First Vanity Church. She is a beloved and wealthy woman whose substantial financial contributions keep the church afloat. She is self-seeking, pretentious, and vain.
The pastor and deacons of First Vanity are placed under a spell by the Sears crew, who plot to take Lindy out of her many positions in the church and put themselves in her place. The people of First Vanity listen to no one, not each other, and certainly not the Lord. Until Lindy has a dream that takes her down into the pit of hell where she hears God. It is only then that she sees Martin and reaches out to help him, influencing others to join her.
HIV/AIDS has reached pandemic proportions. Substance abuse is claiming more and more lives from youth to adulthood, and homelessness is often a direct result of these issues. More often than not, people have found themselves battling these illnesses because of painful experiences that have taken place in their lives. There are hundreds of people who still live silently, trying to hide the pain and the shame of their past. These are the Martins our show is addressing. All God's Saints ask the question of sincerity of those who hide behind masks and seem oblivious to HIV/AIDS, homelessness, and molestations.
Though depicted in a church setting, with HIV, AIDS, homelessness, molestation, and substance abuse at its core, All God's Saints' message is universal. It is metaphoric of mainstream society and the all too often responses to any and everyone who is reaching out for help through the pain of their life struggles.
There are myriads of persons still hiding, hurting, and may unknowingly be spreading HIV, whether living on the street homeless, living next door, or even in our own household.
I used to look up.
If All God's Saints in any way brings healing and hope to those who see it, then we will have achieved our goal.
All God's